folks, welcome back to Nostalgianomics. First off, happy fight day. Let's go Fury. Let's go Danis. No, I'm not the biggest fan of either one of those guys, but let's be honest. KSI, Logan Paul, they need to be taken down a notch. Their heads are in the clouds and they need to go down. Let me know who you want to win in the comment section below. Before the fight though, we need to talk about the biggest fallacies in collectibles or Pokemon collecting or investing. And these fallacies that get all wrapped up in people's minds can really stunt them. It can stunt their growth. It can stunt their vision for the future of their collectibles. And it really holds you back because every move gets you astonished and bewildered and you don't understand why the market moves the way it does. But the biggest problem I see this is investors more than collectors, because investors have a tendency to really dive into the numbers and the data and look to other hobbies and how they performed and look at past performance and really do all their due diligence, which is all good to an extent. But you have to also, to be a good long-term investor and be able to predict things, is step outside of that and understand the psychology of the consumer. Understand your end customer, where they come from, and why they would pay X amount for something. So, the biggest fallacies in this hobby and other collectible hobbies are, all right, you ready? Why would someone pay so much for an item after it's already so inflated? And two, why would I or someone else purchase something for more than what I could have purchased it for before? And these two ideas get so wrapped up in people's minds, and sometimes I see people that can't get past it. They don't understand it, and then every time there's a movement in the market, they blame it on, it being irrational, or that person's stupid, or whatever it may be. So, let's attack the first one. Why would I ever pay more for something that I could have bought for less? When I got back in the hobby, a base set booster box was $800. I bought a big set booster box when it was $2,000. Why would I ever do that? Why would I pay $1,200 more? Why would I pay over 100% more than what I could have bought it at when I got back in the hobby? Bunch of different reasons. Let's unpack them. First, when I got back in the hobby, which a lot of people are getting back in the hobby right now, you haven't seen any growth in your collection. You have no unrealized gains built into any of your collection or investment. Okay, so you're more risk adverse. You don't know how proven this stuff is. You haven't seen anything work out over time yet, so you're scared. 3, you just got back in the hobby, right? You may not have, 1, the finances to do that. 2, you might not even be looking at some of those items like as seriously as some of the other things you're just wanting to collect. When I got back in the hobby, I wasn't looking at a base set booster box. I mean, I looked at it, but I thought it was crazy priced. I was buying packs for $15 or $20. I was buying whole binder sets for under $100. I was buying all kinds of other stuff way cheaper. And so there's a bunch of different reasons why someone wouldn't purchase something at the cheapest, right? And there's also the same amount of reasons why someone would purchase the same item for more down the road. It's because they're ready. They're more ready to buy that item. So when I see people say, oh, I would never pay $150 for a Chilling Reign booster box. It used to be $80. Why would anyone do that? Why would anyone buy an Evolutions booster box? Those were printed 500, 600, there were millions of those things, reprinted tons of times. You could have bought it for $80 or $90 for years. People are just irrational paying $700. Okay, let me throw this at you. You just got back in the hobby with 151. You're really getting excited about Pokemon again. You're starting to collect. You're starting to invest. Maybe you have some finances. You want to be a seal collector. You start buying all the booster boxes down the line. You get to Evolutions. What do? You don't know what it used to go for. You don't know the price history. You don't know about the reprint history. You don't know about the supply. What do you know? You know, what's it going for on TCG Player? What's it going for on eBay? What's it going for anywhere else I can find it online? What are the recent sales? What's it going for if I find it at auction? And you do your due diligence. You find the best possible market price that you can, and you purchase it. Doesn't mean you're an idiot. Doesn't mean you did anything wrong, right? That's what it's going for. And the more people that continue to come in this hobby and want to start collecting these things, they're not worried about all the stuff that we know that happened 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. They don't care. They don't know. They don't care. They know, I want this item. This is the price it's at now. I want to buy. And guess what? In another 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, a lot of these items are going to be a lot more expensive, and you're going to have new people get in the hobby, and they're going to want to buy some of these things, and they're going to pay what they're going for, no matter how inflated they are. Now, the second part of that, why do these people buy things at such inflated valuations, right? At, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10x what they were going for however long ago, months, years, whatever. It's because, like I just said, they probably weren't ready back when they were X amount of dollars, or they weren't even in the hobby. Or, like me, I was busy collecting other things. I was too risk averse. I didn't have a lot of unrealized gains built up in my collection and investment, right? I didn't have profits from plays and flips where I could take those risks, where if I did lose money, it didn't hurt as bad because it wasn't really mine. It was money I made from the hobby. And this is the biggest fallacy because it holds investors and collectors back because they can't wrap their mind around where the customers are going to come from. Who's going to buy this stuff, right? If Chilling Reign goes from 150 to 300, I know I could have got it at 80. It's already almost doubled. If it doubles and doubles again, I just don't get it. I can't figure it out. Why would anyone pay $2,000 for a team up booster box? Well, I don't know. I mean, if you got back in at 151 and you don't know the history of any of this, and you're just going back collecting all the booster boxes, and you get the team up, and you're saying, well, everywhere I look, this is the price. Maybe I can, try to bundle something, or try to haggle someone down, or try to wait for an auction and get it for, $1,600, $1,700, $1,800, but that's the price. You're not getting that box for $100. You're not getting it for $300 or $500. That's the price. And the same thing's true for cards, for other items. It doesn't matter. And so that's the biggest hurdle you need to get over. I understand the price history is a thing. I understand, looking at what happened in other hobbies. I understand looking at the charts and the data and statistics. I understand all that. But at the end of the day, most of the customers aren't doing that. They don't care. They don't care about the pop reports. They don't care about how many reprints or how much supply is supposed to be out there. They don't care. They know what the market price is. They know what their budget is. They know how badly they want it. And if they want it bad enough and it's in their budget and they can afford it and that's the price, they're going to pay the price. So that's my advice to you is when you're trying to predict the future and you're trying to, see the pathway to where these items can get to, look more than just the numbers and the top reports and the data and statistics and history. Look more than all that and try to get in and understand the mind and then the mindset of the customer and end consumer and try to understand why someone would pay more for something in the future. And I really think it'll help you. It'll pay dividends down the road and help you maybe make some of those plays that you're holding back on just because an item is so inflated or is so expensive, because maybe other people have told you how much it used to be, or people have told you how much is out there, or because you remember and you just didn't pull the trigger back then and now it's higher and you just don't want to pay more now because you remember. Try to get out of that. I'm not saying every play you make is going to be right. I'm not saying just because something went up 10x, it's going to go another 10x. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying don't let that be the sole reason to hold you back from making a purchase. That's all I got today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, subscribe to the channel. My name's Alex. This is Nostalgianomics. Be back here in a new video soon. I'm out.